War Machine, War Machine, War Machine. One of the coolest towers in TDX, shooting a ripping hot flamethrower so hot that even the engineer had to steal his drip, like you too, bro. What a fraud. He also has some cool shoulder rocket pods that decimate hordes, and a railgun that beams bosses, and most of all, a beautiful right hook ready to smash Eradicator face, just like how Messi got them guys looking in FIFA, bro. Like, bro, what is happening in 2026 FIFA? But you know, I kinda get bored of it sometimes. Like, TDX is just getting too hard now with all these new events. And I just need a new tower that, you know, can solo beat the game for me. A tower that can let me turn my brain off. Only we had something like that. During the Nightmare update, John gave players who could get Refractor and War Machine in 72 hours an exclusive skin. Everyone of course was both excited and upset by this, but nonetheless, when the skin finally dropped, let's just say people were not happy at all with Golden War Machine. I mean, come on man, it's just a recolor, bro. Like, it doesn't have any red accents or anything, a signature staple of Golden Towers. So like any normal TDX player, I decided the next best thing was to make it myself. I hit up my good homie EpicZil to see if he could create our very own gold War Machine skin to show just how much potential the skin could have, since it's basically like TDX's version of the famous Golden Zed. We were working on it right until the Golden War Machine skin was thankfully announced to be getting a proper remodel. When it was handed out to players, let's just say wow, it was absolutely worth the wait. It does feel a bit unfinished with the hands being stuck and no custom sound effects, but it was way better than what we would have gotten. The official Gold War Machine was truly beautiful, but this meant me and Zilla were out of a project idea. So logically, like any normal TDX player, we decided the next best thing was to make it a real tower. So let me show you my part of the project and the concepts I came up with while designing the bottom path of the Golden War Machine. First things first, I gathered a lot, and I mean a lot of references. Concept art and mechs were definitely not my specialty because I love to illustrate and paint. Marcus Lee's official concept art was super helpful for that. And I also took a look at a lot of weapon parts to make sure I could nail down the railguns and whatnot. I looked at many games like Resident Evil, and I also made sure to research a lot of medieval stuff so that we can keep the signature medieval sci-fi kind of look from the Golden Towers. My goal was to create a cohesive bottom path War Machine, since Zil already had a good top half design already. So with this first concept I made, I was really aiming for an angelic stained glass feel, with the cockpit being super colorful. I also turned the rocket pods into floating ballistas. It kind of felt like a Cupid in a way. I also quite enjoyed the angel halos that are very reminiscent of Golden Zed. The railgun halos when shooting would collapse together, which I thought was a very cool detail. This is probably my favorite design of the four I did, but me and EpicZil found that it would be too difficult to animate, and the floatiness of the limbs and wings wouldn't really fit the vibe of War Machine that well. And the crystals are also something we thought didn't fit too well or made much sense mechanically. With this in mind, for my second concept, I wanted to make sure I kept it a lot more grounded and leaned heavier into the sci-fi aspect. Silhouette-wise, I wanted this concept to be like a War Machine, except if it was super bulked, like as if it would put the normal War Machine to shame. I really loved how this one turned out, as it featured a much more concrete design while still keeping some of the cool medieval aspects from before, like the ballistas, the dragon flamethrower, and the castle decals on the railguns. I also really enjoyed how the wings turned out, as it made the silhouette just look so much more cooler, and overall it was just a super fun design. And me and Zoe were actually pretty happy with this concept, so we went with this one at the very end. I thought it was great since it had less organic forms and a much more simplified design, so it would be easy for him to model and animate. Having chosen the second concept as our final one, I decided to just do 2 more for fun. And these ones were purely just to see how crazy I could go. I wanted to experiment a bit more with lore, so I did an Annie type thing where Mallory was trapped in the crystal, presumably after being defeated in the secret wave. Her thoughts and happy memories all manifest and break out of this secret research facility disguised as a castle. The calamity powers allow the islands to float, and they would also be the railguns, while the little bunny guy is the rocket pods that shoot from the mini houses. Finally, for my 4th concept, this one came from my dreams, by the way. I present to you a golden toilet machine. That's right. The best skin concept in TD history. It features plunger rocket pods, shampoo bottle railguns, and of course, toilet paper and a fan to simulate the flamethrower. This idea was just too funny and I couldn't pass it up. You had no idea how tempted I was to put a skibbity head in there. I don't know, just ignore what I said. And I also thought it'd be funny whenever it walks, it creates like a plunger funny sound effect. Anyhow, with all the 4 concepts out of the way, I had the green light to make the orthographic views, which is just basically a fancy word for drawing multiple views of a concept, which is, the front, the side, and the back. There isn't really much to say here since it's just about putting out the work now, but I wanted to make sure to show each part separately, showing how things connected. For example, where the wings folded, how they slid onto the back canister of the war machine, as well as where the railguns attach on this canister. The canister is actually there to build air pressure for the railguns, and they also act as a surface for the wings to attach to. I drew this cool diagram, if you want to see, of how the railguns move too, as well as the rocket pods. Overall, this project was super fun to work on. It has been such a great pleasure working with Zillow to create the Golden War Machine. Just seeing it come to life is just, I don't know, it's really awesome to see, and it makes me excited. I mean, it's like a flying mech and a pseudo-artillery on the top half, like who wouldn't be excited, right? Golden War Machine is such a memed-on thing, but it's low-key hype, and if it were to exist in the game, I probably couldn't have imagined it any other way. I enjoyed designing the bottom path of Golden War Machine, and if you want to see that, as well as Zill's sick top path War Machine, make sure you check out his video where he features unique stats, abilities, animations, concepts, and the model of course. Even though I have seen a few updates, I also haven't seen the finished result, so as you hear me say this, I'll be checking out Zill's video too, so let's head over there, shall we? Thanks again to Zill for inviting me to work on this amazing project. Thanks for watching, and as always, savor the cheese, consume the bread, and be one with the bamboo. I'll catch you later. Bye bye!
見せてやるよ。これが最後の無月。